Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay with your host, GreatTaz. Now let's get this battle on the road in 3, 2, 1, roll out. GreatTaz here once again with another World of Tanks replay, and this is the return of the Mutant. Yes, the M6A2E1 Tier 6, Tier 8 US Premium Heavy Tank. Now, this tank was initially sold as part of the initializing or the beginning of World of Tanks coming to open, so out of beta, and this was the large package. Since then, they've pissed off, Wargaming pissed off people like there was no tomorrow, and they opened it up to sale. So everyone who paid the $100 in the beginning to get this tank sort of kind of got screwed, because they started selling this tank for, I think the biggest complaint was the simple fact was that they were selling this tank for a lot less now than they did, and I think that's still the complaint, is they're selling this tank for a lot less now than they actually did when they initially sold this tank, and that's the big thing. They have done it with the other two, the A32 and the PZ 5.4. They have made it where those two have both came up as purchasable in one shape or form or another, and they were both also the pre-packaged deals. One was the light, even though it's a medium, and the other was a medium, which is also a medium tank. So the A32 and the PZ 5.4 are both medium tanks. Okay, as you can see, enough with all that bull crud. As you can see here, we moved on up into the hill here, and already getting shot at from the SU-130 PM, and we bounce it like it's just a cakewalk. Here we're looking off over into the city to see if we can get a shot on that UDIS-16. No shot available, so we're pulling back around. As you can see, the 130 has decided to take a quick run and hide stance, as our WZ-111 is taking shots at the KV-4. I noticed real quickly that the Type 4 Heavy has decided he's going to try to flank us down through the middle. Well, we got T-56 right there. I am slowly backing up, keeping my heaviest armor to the front. Now, once I figure that I am around the side, I can turn my turret back around and start worrying about what's coming behind me. Right there, we got a Soma SM. He doesn't realize that I'm up here, and that's his mistake, because we're going to take a shot right into him and damage his tracks. Doesn't destroy his track, just damage it. There, he's just concentrating right on that guy, and that's his mistake, because he allowed me to just totally decimate him right there. He did take out a tank, but the T-50, let's go to T-56, but he got taken out in the process. Here comes Type 4 Heavy, trying to do the best I can right here, take out his track. He does try to come up around, and of course, like every little pansy punk that runs the Japanese heavy tanks, they shoot an AG because they don't know how to do anything. Now, this is 114, so the HE changes have taken effect. As you notice, the HE did not do as much damage as it has before, so that is that. All right, come on up here, buddy. We are bouncing off of him left and right. There, we bounced another one, blocked another one from the KV-4. We are bouncing things left and right, and the KV-4 was an APCR round. All right, just waiting for that tank to come up. Oh, there's the KV-4. Oh, we're going to take a shot. We're going to go right there and bounce off of that also. Sitting here trying to get to the point where I am in a very more protected spot. Once the Type 4 Heavy decides he is going to go ahead and do that, I'm going to push by him. He's going to put himself in a very bad position, because I'm going to take that KV-4 out. The WZ is a lot lower and has a lot more protection, There we're going to go ahead and take the tracks out on the Type 4. And I'm just going to keep the 111 wedged up against him so that nothing can get by. And then we're going to take out that Type 4 Heavy. Type 4 Heavy player there was just outwitted. He should have never pulled up like he did. Even if he was starting to get, he should have backed around the corner. Would have been his smarter move right there. As you can see, we did take 1 damage from the Type 4 Heavy as we drove by. 1 point of damage, but the objective there was to get by him and take out the KV-4, so that was 1 less tank that we had to deal with there. So the WZ, as you see there, he's moving on over to that ridge. I continue to push on, to push up. Now the SU-130 of the enemy team did go off the hill there somewhere, and the UDES was over here, but he got just reappeared right over there. Now we are still pushing. I don't like this spot coming up here because it is not very good if you're up here. If you're spotted and you're up here, they literally can take shots at you all day. So it puts you in a very bad position. But as you can see, we're still moving on and, pushing forward. We're pushing forward here, right here, a little bit. Got to peek over here so we see what we know are there. There is the UDES 14-5. Put a shot right into him. He should not have seen us, but the M41 is shooting at us from somewhere, so we take a pop shot right there. All right, the UDES 14-5 there. The 14-5 is coming up. The 111 is pulling over that way. We know the 704 was coming around from somewhere, so the WZ should be able to hold it along with the TS5. Is pretty heavy. As you can see, the Type 59 Gold here, detonator, has turned around. Looks like he's going back to base. And I think at this point in time, that was my thoughts also. Because we are pretty much 1 tank down. And we are 300 hit points down. But we need to push back a little bit. Maybe to keep them from actually capturing our base. As you can see, we're a little spread out here. The enemy is in the very central portion. We have 4 tanks on this side and then 1 tank on the other side there and 1 in our base. I keep pushing back to go make sure that the enemy doesn't push back through here. This is an attempt to make sure that like you said, they don't get by anywhere. Now the 704 is right over there, so now we got more problems trying to get by. I see the 122 has snuck up on the WZ, so I instantly ping and detonator here in the Type 59 Gold. Also noticed the same thing. He starts pushing it around to start putting some shots into the back of the 122, and everyone as woke up quickly, took care of that problem. All right, I moved back over here to this ridge where detonator was sitting for a moment, trying to see if I can get any shots anywhere. By sticking my nose out, probably where is a bad spot to stick my nose out. All right, the RHM takes out the Skoda T56, and then we're back to being 1 up on the kill list and 500 more hit points. There is the UDES 14-15. I see which direction he's going. It looks like he's trying to be sneaky and cheeky, so I am taking this route, which is a bad thing for him because I got more armor, and there he is. I take a shot. He tracks me. I quickly repair, but I have 2 allies coming around behind him. So the WZ is still coming. The Type 59 has now turned around. I'm not sure what the TS5 is thinking. Come back around the corner, try to get a snapshot on him, and unfortunately I do miss with that. Now this is weird because I'm not sure where this guy disappears to quickly. He vanishes there, and I go up here and I have the base spotted, so we know if he knows it. We know if he's not, if it would be going up there. And he's not fast enough to actually have gotten all the way out around. So I think he went back around on the J line right there where I ping in D2 and J2. Not quite sure. So I'm thinking that's what he did. So my goal is here. What I'm thinking is I'm going to turn around and go back that way. Type 59 is coming that way. It's the only place he could have been, and the Type 59 does spot him right there. So I was right on figuring out which direction he went. There you see our allies taking care of him quickly and easy, and we continue to push on here. Now we're going to stay low as we go around. We got them down to 4 tanks left to our 6. We've slowly just used our advantage of being able to move around more with the Kunpanzer 07 RH there, the Type 59 RH, and they haven't done much pushing. We have had them pretty much surrounded, so that is a big thing there. TS5 has ran up and flipped itself, as you can see there in the messaging, and the Type 59 comes around along with the WZ to help push him back onto his tracks here in a second. So we continue on. It's just wasteful for all 3 of us to go up there to try to help him unroll himself. And when that mechanic got added into the game, I thought it was pretty cool and fun to be able to, I mean, not intentionally, but I thought it was cool that you could, and that people could help come back and help flip you back over. So we know the last spot of the 704 was right over here, so we're going to peek cautiously along with the M41. There is the 704. He's looking the other direction, so we're going to just put a round right in his backside and take him out. Now we're down to 3 enemies left in the 6 of us, making sure that I got a full round loaded. Not sure where the M41 is, not sure where the SU-130 is, and not sure where the low is. Have an idea where the low is because Compounds is playing with the low. As we see, tried to take a shot at the low there. It does fail to connect with the low. Keeping it looking at the low, I only have a little bit of spot that I could actually take a shot. Right there, as you can see, take a shot. He is also looking at me, and I'm kind of curious even how he even has me spotted, because I am behind this bush and everything. So he does take out the Kampfpanzer 4, the 7 there, and I move back to make sure he stays in my visual range. If he moves around, I should see him. The 130 appears up top right there, and then he gets shaken out by the RHM from a shot in the butt and stuff like that. There is the low. We'll try to take a shot at him, get a connecting shot, and then we're going to continue to push forward, because all that's left is the M41, and not really afraid of an M41. He may get a little bit of damage in me, but I still have the majority of my hit points. So if I take a few shots here from the M41, that should be fine. The low does have a very accurate gun, but it looks like the low player does not have a clue on how to actually damage me. As you can see, he went and instantly switched to APCR because he couldn't pen, or he couldn't find my weak spots. There's the M41. He is now trying to toy with this and get sides in the shot. I am angled enough that I am not worried. 18 hit points left on the M41, and this is going to be pretty much a game right about here in a moment, just like so. So there you have it, folks. Right there. There is a game in the Super M6, the Super Mutant, the Mutant, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and run on over to wattrecords.com to see how I did. And here we are at Watt Records. Alright, first off, this was a first class badge, and that first class came from the 1257. To get the ace in this, I've been trying to get ace in this tank forever. I don't have my ace tankers in this tank quite yet. I do have multiple first classes. I'm not quite sure where the cutoff is, but it is a high cutoff. I think it's 13 plus at least. I mean, that is somewhat of a high cutoff if you think about it, especially since the tank don't see anything above a tier 9 with that. All right, we also got shell proof. We easily block the amount of damage that our hit points are. Fire for effect, again, that easy one. and then bruiser right there. We also got steel wall, and that steel wall came because we blocked 2,890 damage with our armor right there. That's a huge block in there. Shows you that even the mutant can still take it, bring it down to the front, and kick some butt in the end. Overall, this was only a 3,437 WN gate, and that's because I didn't quite get a whole super ton of damage overall, so I only got 2,258. But as you can see here, I am the only one that walked out with a award. That was steel wall. We got to give it to all these guys right here. We played a very good end game there, just to make sure that we ended up winning. As you can see here, I am 4th overall in damage, but 1st overall in experience. And that comes from basically also getting steel wall. That added some bonus experience in there. Fired 20 shots, 13 of them directly hit. Only 8 of those did penetrate, though. You notice it didn't use any HE whatsoever. Damage total is 2,225, and only 306 was from over 300 meters. I'm not even sure which shot that was. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. All right, I received 12 hits. Only 2 of them penetrated, 9 non-penetrated, and 1 from splash. That was the Type 4. 2,890 overall blocked, 1 enemy spotted, 7 damage, 3 destroyed, 1,360 with assistant. Traveled 4 times the size of the map. This was with a premium account. I did earn a premium account through an event or something like that. So I got 99 total, 1,000 plus another 50 for rewards, and our total was 149,000 credits from this puppy. As you can see that right there also. That is really good. I did spend a lot on ammunition. I don't remember firing any gold. I might have, but that's probably why that's so high. And then over there, so we just spent basically the rewards and mission and came out with 92. A little bit. There's our 852 because of the premium. It was a ×2, and this all went great to crew training. Actually, it's not going to crew training. It's going to make it so that I can actually use the new quick change, all that quick change and all that extra stuff like that. I am doing a lot of experience grinding on a lot of my tanks to get stuff, so a lot of stuff is not going to crew training right now overall. But as you can see here, there is quite a bit going on in this battle right here. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to click that like button. It helps out the channel, and I'm very grateful for it. Also on that, if you want to know another way to give a quick like, you can click the link in the description below. Sign in here on wattrecords.com, and there will be a thumbs up here and a thumbs down here. Go ahead and click that thumbs up, and that'll allow me to know that you think this was a good battle. Also, with that all being said, there's only one more thing to really say. If you're not a subscriber and you want to keep up to date with all the things I do here on the channel with World of Tanks, Minecraft, game reviews, etc., don't forget to click that subscription button. And while you're at it, click that notification bell to change it from occasional to always to get instant notification of any of my new uploads. I'm out of here, folks. This is the end of this video, and I greatly thank you for sticking around to the end. I will see you on the battlefield.